Hey y'all, it's me, Cody. Welcome to the CodiKnits podcast. This is episode 85, I believe. Welcome to everyone who's coming back. Thank you for coming to check me out. To all the new people, I hope you are all doing well and you've had a wonderful week. Earlier this week, Thursday was the July 4th, Independence Day here. So it was nice to have a day off. But I'll tell you, I had the roughest week at work last week than I have had in 2 years. Say hello. Hey, this is Diamond. Most of you know. She's really why people come and watch. Isn't it? She needs a bath. So, what is it? You can't jump. Silly girl. So, I'm Cody, if you don't know, and this is Diamond. And you can find me on Instagram as nurse_Cody. That's where I am the most active. And you can find me on Ravelry as CodiKnits. And apparently you have to put the capital C and a capital K. And there's the CodiKnits podcast Ravelry group. Okay, you gotta pick one. Up or down. Up or down. Okay? Uh-huh. I love that little doggy. Anyway, so I'm just going to, I made my, sorry to throw, you probably hear it running. I made myself a little bit of tea, so I'm going to pour that. I've been having a little bit of a sore throat the last couple of days, and it's not like a sore throat like here, but it's up high, like at the top of my throat, and I think I just having the air on and the fan. I have to sleep with a fan. I think I've probably been sleeping with my mouth open apparently, and it's just making my throat dry and kind of sore. But I made some peppermint tea in my BB-8 tea for one cup. So some peppermint tea and honey. So I'm going to I've been letting that steep. And I'm going to have some of that throughout this episode. I have some fun stuff to show you. I'm excited. Oh, I almost forgot something. I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay. I'm back. So, I want to be able to show you that. I have, we just got back from a walk too, and she would hardly walk. She was sniffing, and I try to make her walk and like for exercise, but I don't know. Anyway, so cheers. Happy knitting. This is the bottom. Look. Oh, feels so good. I'm so thankful for tea. It's weird. Sorry, I'm rambling, but it's weird the last couple of months. I have not, I will get up and make myself a cup of coffee, and I won't really want it or drink it. If I buy a mocha or something like that from Starbucks, I'll drink that usually, but just making it at home, I'm a little bit more, I want tea, hot tea for some reason, and I like tea, but I've never been where I don't want coffee. It's just not tasting good or something. Anyway, I wish you could see, but she's being playful. she has this little stuffy. I'll show you when she lets go. This is what she rips all the insides out immediately, and then I'm left with this. And she has balls, the Kong thing. She has all these, but she wants this. Okay. Anyway, so I got lots to show you, so I need to jump right in. I think I showed you these socks last time. Did I show you? Nitpicks Felici. I can't remember if I showed you, but these are done. I think I showed you these. If not, here they are. And, but I do have a couple of finished things. Yay! One is a hat. I have lost the tag for this. This is a very woolly, it's wool. And it came in like a 50-gram skein, and it was only like $5 or something. It's really nice wool. It's not too, it definitely has a wool feel, but it's not too prickly. But I knit it for the thingy knit along that I have going on for the Summer of Hats knit along. So this will go in the donation bin most likely. It's just the you know, I can't speak well today. What is it? It's the Bankhead hat. There we go. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, so go check it out. But yeah, this is super easy, quick. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I did a 2x2 twisted rib, and then knit the hat. It's a little bit of a smaller size, so probably fit a child or a small adult head. But yeah, there we go. Come here. Come on. Come on. I'll put you on the chair. You want to get on the chair? There you go. So that is one finished object. Stay. She wanted on the couch and not the chair for some reason. She wants to jump down, but there's stuff all on the floor. Watch, she'll do it anyway. She's not supposed to jump. She doesn't pay attention or listen to me. Do you? You don't ever listen to your daddy. No, you don't. You never listen. I have a major, huge finished object. And I say that, let me get her down because I don't want her to. This was supposed to be a baby blanket, and it turned out to be much bigger than that, and I'm not sure what size it is as far as like dimensions or whatever, but I showed it to you last time. I had done, it was kind of long strip, a repeat pattern, whatever. And I finished that, and then I added a border to the edges to make it a little bit wider. Because I was thinking about ripping it back and all that. And then I said, no, I'm not going to rip it back. But I finished it, and I wanted to show you. So, this is it. I thought I just saw an end that I didn't weave in, and I almost went crazy. Because I wove in all the ends and everything. So this is the middle section. It's about, it's a pretty good width now, I think. For one person lap size blanket, I would say. So I knit this middle section, right? And it goes from this little thing, and then you got a section of blue, and then the variegated, and then the green, and then the variegated again, and then I did it in reverse, the green, the variegated, the blue, and the edge, whatever. And then all I did was I added a little border. So I picked up stitches, and I didn't add it to the this side because I like the wave. That was kind of neat. But this I'm pretty happy with. It does line up with the end here, but because it's a wave, it kind of makes it look a little funny a little bit, but I live with that. So all I did was I added 3 rows of the blue, 2 rows of the variegated because I was running out, and then 3 rows of the green. And I might go back and add a single crochet of blue down the edges. Ooh, I thought I was never going to finish because these are some really long rows. I mean, this is an excellent width for a good size one, but anyway, I was gonna rip it out and make it smaller and all that, but I decided I would go ahead because what I thought was this might be nice for the, a lot of people in their nurseries have little chairs, like glider rocking chairs or whatever, and this might be nice for that. And then when the kid gets older and has a little bed, they could put it on the bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and buy some more of this yarn, and I'm going to make a small, hopefully I can pick up where I left off. My mom was calling. But my plan is to go back and buy some more of this yarn and crochet a little bit of a smaller, like actual baby size blanket. Baby's not due till October, so I have plenty of time. And then I will probably maybe knit a hat or some little cute little stuff to go with it. So that's what I did. Ends are all woven in. I'm so glad to be done with this. I was getting bored with the border because it's just all it is double crochet. But yeah, I really like it. I hope they like it. And the yarn is Yarn B. I'll show you a label. Just want to fold it up nicely. Or a little nicely anyway. The yarn is Yarn B Soft Secret. It was Hot Turquoise was the blue. And Sea Breeze was the variegated. And the green was called Olive. So yeah, it was fun. I'm glad that I'm done with it. But I think I might do like a little corner to corner or something like that. I need to look and see if I can find a little pattern for a baby blanket that says, cast on this many stitches or chain this many stitches and then you do this many rows, because I'm not good with gauging how big they need to be. So anyway, I'm going to try to find that. I have this much left over of these, so that's why I was thinking I could knit I may knit a little sweater or just a hat and stuff. Depends on what I feel like. But right now this is all, and I have a little bit of this is how much I have of the other. So that's all I have completely finished. And then I have a half finished object, and I've been housing this in my bag from Rick at Freckled Whimsy. I got this at Stitches just recently. Beautiful rainbow bag. And the yarn is White Birch Fiber Arts. And Nothing Says Screw You Like a Rainbow is the colorway. And I love her little things. Friends don't let friends craft with insipid yarn. But this is 80/20 merino nylon. And I have it in I hand wound it. But I cast this on for Pride Month last month. It's July now. And I finished one sock at least. And here it is. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I did a fish slips kiss hilt using an mini skeins that I had. I bought this, I think it's Anzula yarn, luxury fibers. It's a little rainbow mini set, squishy skein nets, fingering, sock weight somewhere over the rainbow. And so I did a red heel, purple toe. And I'll probably do that for the same on the next sock. I haven't completely decided, but I probably will. It's just a vanilla sock. I did a 1x1 twisted rib for 15 rows, I believe. And then I just knit until I had the 3 rainbows, put in a heel, and then knit the length of my foot. And luckily it ended in the middle of a blue. And then so I just added the purple. Probably shouldn't have did that because this is purple. I probably could have picked a different color, but whatever. I still like it. And I have finished the cuff of the next one, and I've done a couple of rows of stocking stitch. But these are just kind of my, when I just want to knit a little bit, kind of go-to travel knitting. It's going to be a little off because the blue here, I had a few more rows of it than on the other, but it'll be close enough. I'm knitting on, these are actually US 0 2mm Chalgu needles. I usually knit them on a 1, but yeah, I don't know, I grabbed these for some reason. So, and I did try it on. It was just a tad bit snug, but this will block some, and I will, I don't think it's going to be a problem. It fits well enough. Ooh, I need to work on that. But I wove the ends and everything, so there's that. And then I have cast on a couple of things. That tea is so good. Sorry, I'm just topping off. So, this is in my Harry Potter bag. This is from Stitching the High Notes, her shop. I believe it's stitchingthehighnotes.com, and she has a lovely podcast. Her name is Joanna. I absolutely love her. She's so sweet. But I have a few buttons. I've subscribed to a Loot Crate Harry Potter fan thing I get every couple of months. And it had, the last one had, I guess I could have showed you that. I don't know if I showed you the first one, but anyway, this is the Quidditch Captain pin. And so that whole box was Quidditch, so it came with a little golden snitch, and it had inside a secret sorcerer's stone, and then it had a shirt, and it was Hufflepuff Quidditch Captain, so that was awesome. And this is from, I just lost the name of it, but it's from the Fantastic Beasts, the cat in the library. And this is Joanna's thing. Anyway, beautiful drawstring bag. So this is a little kit that Kirby gave me a while back, and it's the Telluride Shawlette. Let you pronounce it. It's cute, and it came with 2 skeins of this Classic Elite. And this is 82% superfine alpaca, 12% linen, and 6% Donegal. It's super soft. I really like it. And so I cast it on just because it was a little, I was still waiting on something I'll show you later, and I didn't want to, so this was already ready to go. And so I cast it on, and I've made a little progress. So it's lace, and if you see it or not, but pretty simple lace. I think it's pretty. It's like a gray blue color, with different flecks of things in there. And I thought it would be a good kind of warm up before I use that, knit that lace weight shawl, the big one, that I'm gonna do. So I thought that was that, and I would cast it on. And I'm gonna move the progress keeper up so I can remember where I was. Nice. So when I show it to you next time. I believe these were a little gift, a little skull. That's cute, a little progress keeper. Anyway, yeah, I've been working on that a little bit. It makes these little diamonds. Square things. So, and I'm knitting them using my Licca needles, US 5s, 3.75 millimeters. And they're working pretty good for this yarn. So, pretty happy with that. So, I've gotten excited about the next thing I cast on. And so I don't know how much love that will get over the next little bit, but oops. I went to a new to me local yarn store. I went to knit night day last Sunday morning, and some people were going to go over to this yarn store, and it's like here in Atlanta. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's in like Inman Park area or near it. And it was cool because I met some cool people while I was there. There's actually this girl there that I went to nursing school with, and I hadn't seen her since nursing school. And then I was like, I know you. And yeah, we figured it out how we know each other, and it was really, really funny. But it's called The Craftivist. And they're on Edgewood Avenue in Atlanta. And super awesome little shop. They have plenty of yarn to choose from, needles, things like that. The owner, she was so sweet and kind, and they have a huge table for you to sit around and knit on, and some couch. And they're right next to, I think it's called Revolution Donut. So, very cool. Very sweet. And I had to buy some yarn. And I bought this. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. It's Malabrigo Rios. And the color is cyan, I believe. Yeah. And this is Pure Merino Superwash, 210 yards, 100 grams. May improve. Super squishy and soft. And I bought a sweater's quantity worth. So that was 6 skeins for me. And I let it sit, and then finally something came in the mail that I ordered. I've been waiting for. It's my new Swift. I think this is beautiful. So Knit Picks recently had like a 40% off tools sale, and this was included. And funny story is I tried to buy this in the regular like wood color. I really liked the black better, but it was like $10 or $20 more. I was like, well, I'll just get the other one. It does the same thing. And save $20 or whatever. Well, that one got lost. It never got here, and so I got my money back for it. And then like the next day, I got the email about Knit Picks. So I was like, it's just meant for me to have this Swift. So it works beautifully. My old Swift has, you have this thing to turn to tighten it so that it keeps it open. Well, this was wooden, and it's what are the rings here? stripped, and so it wouldn't stay open. And like the top ball here had come off, and so it was a pain in the butt to try to use. And so I bought one of those little cheap $10 like, it's like wire with some like tubing over it, and that sucked. I hated it. So I went on that sale, and I was like, I'm buying it. I'm getting it. It's meant to be, and I love it. It's so smooth. I love the black. And yeah, from Knit Picks. So I had to try it out. So I skeined up a couple of balls, and I casted on a sweater for myself. And this is a sweater. I'm sorry it's in black and white, but it's Brookings Crew by Olive Knits, and it says it's a unisex cable jumper with men's fit by Marie Green. And it's an interesting, I don't know if you need a pattern that hand feeds you a little bit more, like then this may not be a good like first time sweater. Like Tin Can Knits patterns are very good about, you do this. So this one says you do this, and then you got one section that's seed stitch, so it doesn't put it in there. It just says knit and pattern and seed stitch section. And then it'll say, like, when you get to the cable section, it'll just say knit and pattern, cable pattern, or whatever. So you're kind of doing some flipping back and forth and stuff, but I've been enjoying it. I figured it out. I just trust it and go with it. And I've been knitting on that, and I want to show you. So these suckers take a lot of stitch markers. So that's forewarning, you need a lot of stitch markers. So it starts off, it's a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give it away, but you start off knitting back and forth, and then you join it in the round. So I've gotten it in the round, so it's a little hard to show, but there's a little seed stitch panel, and this here is a little, you can't really tell, but it's the cable sections, start of one anyway, and that goes up the front of the sweater. So I think it is turning out really well. I didn't do a gauge swatch, but I have measured my gauge, and I'm pretty much on point. I think it's a half a stitch, maybe half a stitch wider, and I think I'm okay with that, because I don't want it to be too fitted. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So the good thing is top down. You don't start with, I believe later on you go back and pick up stitches to knit the neck, because you don't start with the neck, which, that's different for me too. So I believe I'm going to be going back and picking up stitches. And it had a cabled cast on. Is that what kind of cast on? Yeah, cable cast on, which is very lovely. Here, you can see, sorry, bring it a little closer. It is very lovely. It takes a long time to do, but I really feel like it's probably worth it. So, one thing I know about my knitting and cables is typically on this, this side of the cable, it's very loose, and I've tried everything to get it to not be. But at first I was thinking it was going to bother me, and now I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. It's hand knit. It's not like, it's going to still be nice. So I'm just going to keep going at it and not stress out about it and keep knitting. Now, I tried casting this on with the Leica needles, and that was an absolute no. The cable cast on, you're really, for me, I needed good pointy tips, and so I went back to my ChiaoGoo. These do not have good pointy tips. I mean, they're okay, but they're not. So it just wasn't a good fit. I still like those, but not with this. And I've been really enjoying knitting on this. And it feels so nice going through my fingers, especially compared. While this acrylic is really soft and nice, it just feels so nice to have this running through your fingers compared to that. So anyway, lots of stitch markers, like I said, but it really helps you to kind of know where you're at in the pattern and that kind of stuff. So we'll see where that ends up. I've been really having a good time doing that. I put it in my other Harry Potter bag. I believe I got this from Erin. Give me on 418. So yeah, I've been having a good time with that too. And I can't wait. I do want, there's another sweater I want from the, that I want to knit next, I think. Or something like that. In the, I forgot the it's like a little magazine pattern book, but it's for men. So it only has men designs in it that Eric from Sticks Plus Twine podcast. Ooh, I'm forgetting the name of it. But there's one in there called the Navigate Pullover, and I was going to knit this one. But that one's a fingering weight sweater, and I have worsted weight yarn. So I had to find a new pattern, which is fun. I have put a couple of squares in my Cozy Memories blanket, or I call it my Scrappy Sock Yarn blanket, but not enough to really show you that. I did get some yarn in the mail. I bought this when I went to Stitches, and they didn't have it, so they dyed it for me when they got back home or whatever, and I want to show you that. It's, of course, more rainbow yarn. And this is Twisted Fiber Arts. Oh, look at the rainbow. I thought I was going to do sparkles, but I don't guess I did. But this is, it's super wonderful. It is 80% merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere. And it says it's sock fingering weight. Looks a little plump though. So I don't know if I will knit, I don't think I'm going to knit socks out of this. I probably will find some kind of shawl or cowl or something to knit. Oh, it's so soft. But it's very beautiful. And it's the Roy G. Biv colorway Tasty Large Evolution. It's 510 yards, 465 meters, 5 ounces or 140 grams. So yeah, that came in the mail. And she sent me this little nub. This looks like a bulky weight. It's called Decadent Queen, 100% superwash merino. It is super soft. So that's fun. A little mini nugget. She has her little label on it. So yeah, I got that, and I just wanted to show you that, and have some patterns I want to show you. So when I was at the Craftivist, I met a cool pattern designer that I didn't know of, and he lives right here in Atlanta, And apparently he's been on Christy Glass Knits podcast, and I completely missed it. I feel terrible. Let me find it. I had his card to show you. Oh, here it is. So his name is Vincent, and he's Vesuvius Craft. You can find him on all these places. Vesuvius _ crafts on Instagram. And he has his own website, vesuviuscrafts.com. And I love his logo, embrace, spread, and stand in your own light. So it's really cool. So he has designed a couple of patterns, and I wanted to show you. Ooh, this is, I don't want to show you but that was a pattern that was part of the Whispers in the Walls pattern that's in the pattern collection, the Swish and Flick collection from the Bakery Bears that Kay Jones has done. And then, I printed off the grandma's dishcloth for future, because I'm thinking about knitting some dishcloths for people for Christmas. But this is his pattern. I bought this one, the bergamot beanie. It's a really nice cable pattern there. It's going to be a fun knit. It's a beautiful pattern. It's well written, I believe. It's in good font so you can read it. It's, row by row. I've looked through it, and so I really like that. And then I don't know if I'll ever knit this, but maybe one day I will get extra inspired. But he has a tote bag. It's knitted. It's beautiful. And then it was lined and had the straps and all that stuff on there. So I bought that. It's a little tote bag / project bag, but he just was carrying whatever he wanted in there. But I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, so I bought it. So definitely go check him out. He was really cool, down to earth guy. He has great sense of humor, a wonderful smile, and very engaging conversation. He was very warm, welcoming kind of person, and he has lots of things coming up that he is currently in the process of designing and such, and I think they're going to be absolutely beautiful, because what I've seen so far that he's made is gorgeous. Go check out his website too. He has some of his handmade things that he has for sale, and also his patterns and things like that you can get from his website. I don't think you can get them from Ravelry yet, but you can definitely pick them up at his website. I have been listening to Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I almost forgot her name for a second. Absolutely loving that. And I need to finish up my book that I'm reading by Cassandra Clare, the Shadowhunters series, and I've got about 25% left of that to read. I just haven't really been in a sit and read. So I've been listening to the Interview with a Vampire on my way to work. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to work and 45 minutes to come home. So I get some pretty good listening time in with that. But I haven't really been wanting to sit and read when I've been home. So, yeah, I need to finish that book, though, because it's so good. And I was really enjoying it when I was on vacation, so. That's about it. I have a huge mess to clean up. But I wanted to film this podcast and try to get it uploaded by the end of the weekend. I hope you are all doing wonderful. I hope you are having lots of knitting time and doing things that make you happy. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a great couple of weeks, and I will see you probably in a couple of weeks when I get a little bit of knitting done. All right? We'll see you soon, and happy knitting. Bye.